One of my favorite times of the week when we get to do the Outcast podcast, and today's extra special because this is episode 111. That would be uno, uno, uno. That would be 111.
Yeah.
Is that how you really say it, though?
Interesting.
Uno, uno, uno. I mean, I start saying it like that if it's real.
How do you say 111, Ramo? How are
Yes,
you?
please tell us.
I don't know.
Why do you mean you don't know?
I thought you were the freaking Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
I am. I can count up to 100.
You're supposed to know
This is
Spanish,
my second
man.
language.
You're supposed to speak it in
Fuck
Spanish.
off. Oh, yeah.
You don't even
What
speak
other
Spanish?
language do you speak?
You're an imposter, sir.
What other languages do you speak? Please tell me.
I know a little bit of German.
Okay, so why do you say 111 in German?
I have to think about it.
Oh, see,
Ask
me too.
again. Ask me later in the show.
Yeah, me too.
What's
After
my
I
sound
Google
at?
that shit.
Oh, what the
Just like
hell?
you,
I
dog.
was going to Google it. I was going to try to remember.
We've got a great show locked and loaded for you here with episode 111. We're going to be talking about Memphis's apology to Tomkat. Also, we're going to talk about some bills. That's right, big bills. Not Bill Clinton, not the Buffalo Bills, but Senate. The Senate has passed a few bills, and we're going to talk about those.
Right.
We also have Megan Thee Stallion and a sex tape. That could get
She's here.
interesting.
Yeah.
Fun.
I can't believe
good.
she showed up. NFL draft is coming up soon, so we'll talk about what the Bears might do with the number one pick.
Still stink.
And do you know that you might go to jail if you become homeless in certain cities?
You were
And
planning on doing that, weren't you, Ramo?
Also on,
Damn,
on the
yep.
rundown today, I see that they announced who's going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If anyone
Oh,
cares.
that's right. Hell yeah, I care.
Okay. I don't tend to care what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame says. I have my own Hall of Fame of people, and if you don't get in and I still like your music, well, you're a Hall of Famer to me because they seem to be very petty about how they wait so long. Cher is just now getting in.
Cher got in?
Are you
Finally.
telling me that she can't get in her whole life until she's as old as Cher is?
I don't know, man.
How old is she?
They like hold people out until you're about to die, and then they let you in.
Well, NWA
It's like
got
let her
in.
enjoy it while she's.
Well, they were waiting for her to like come out maybe with something better, something else.
She got
something
a young
better.
boyfriend, too.
They were giving her like one more shot because then once they put you in the Hall of Fame, it's kind of like you're done.
That's it.
You know, that's
It's
it.
dying.
So they don't expect you to make anything else. You know, they were waiting. Maybe she was
know.
going to put
I mean-
something else out. Okay, she's done.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know. Who else got in?
Who else got in?
Yeah.
I don't have the information in front of me right
All
now.
right, well, we'll get back to that.
But there are some Hall of Fame inductees going in 2024, and Cher is one of them. She was the one name that stood out to me, and I always see all these old timers that I think, why hasn't that person been in forever?
Yeah,
They
congrats
waited
to her.
a long
ass.
time.
There's a lot of people in
What was
front
like?
of her.
What was like one of her hit songs?
Turn back time.
I knew you was gonna say that.
And she had Sonny and Cher had a few
bunch,
big
yeah.
songs.
Captain.
I got you, babe.
I got you, babe. Yeah. Didn't they do a skit show, Captain and Tennille or something like that? Oh no,
They
that's a
on their
different.
little,
That's a different group.
They had a little show, like a little.
They did.
sitcom.
They had
Yeah,
a skit
yeah.
show.
You guys
Yeah.
remember the video that Cher did when she was on that aircraft carrier and she was,
Yeah.
bouncing around with her bare ass? I mean, for
She
you,
ain't had no ass.
For
For
you-
you, with her bare ass. She ain't got no ass.
She did have the flattest. She had the flattest ass ever with the G-string. It was just like.
I'm like,
Pancake
You
ass. She had a
Most people,
pancake
the
ass.
G-string disappears at the top. This, you can see the whole fucking
I
G-string.
mean, people freaking out like, "Oh my god!" And we're just like, "What are we? getting
now people
excited
wear
about
those
here?
to the grocery store. It's no big deal to wear a
It's
thong.
disgusting. Yuck.
Yeah, they look like actual panties on
I
her.
know, right?
No
You guys are
ass
nuts.
at all.
Nice, nice at all.
We got the whole crew here today,
Nebraska.
as always. We have perfect attendance, I feel like, for this show. Maybe
They're awesome.
Pretty much.
maybe there's
Yeah.
been one or two misses, but out of 111 shows, we've got a heck of a crew here. We are outcasts, somewhat lepers in the world, but we are here with you today, and we appreciate you listening.
Yes, we do.
And at this point, I'm going to give the microphone over to Memphis because he wanted to do some type of apology to Tomkat. I don't know what he's apologizing for, but go ahead and take over the show.
This would be a good time to
Alright.
fix my mic.
Oh,
Listen, I
nice.
heard that Tomkat gets no bitches.
I still heard that, by
But
the
not
way.
for that, obviously.
So, all right. So last week, right, we were just dicking around outside the studio, just chit chatting it up, and I was talking to Tomkat about his birthday because we were giving him a hard time that he let us forget his birthday, and I like to not forget my homie's birthday. So I was like, thinking to myself, I got to do something special for him. So I decided I was gonna make him these magic brown. Actually, my wife was gonna do it because the one she be
Cause
making.
she's
up-
awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
the wife. So she was going to, and so the day I was gonna tell you, I forgot about it. I was like, I'll just tell him next week. So last week I was telling him, I was like, I'm gonna do something for you for next week. He was like, all right, cool, whatever. And I was gonna do it, and I forgot. But here's the crazy part.
Because you got high.
Oh, dude, I was so high. But the reason why
That's hilarious.
we had made some of those same brownies the week before, and we had been eating them. And so I'm like, damn. So last week when I came, I had some at home, but I forgot.
That's what
Again.
happened.
All right,
because-
that gets
Again.
you jumped after the show, dog.
Oh man, look, man, I'm up here trying to apologize. There.
Thank you, though. I appreciate
no,
that.
that's
That's very
cool.
nice.
But
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
make
is-
something for you
Thank
next
you.
week, though. Next week,
That's
because
awesome.
we forgot your birthday.
That's
so
we did.
we'll
That
make
was
you some-
dick of
some
us.
good brownies.
I got you. You know, I
You
got
gave me a
you,
little
though.
nuglet.
Yeah, but I got you
Yeah.
better than that. That's just
That's cool. I
that's
appreciate
nothing,
that.
bro.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'll take you out. We'll do dinner or lunch. Fine.
Oh, thank you.
Soon.
You
Yeah,
guys are
yeah.
making me feel bad. I'm not sure if I did anything for Tom.
You
Cat.
did.
You buy you.
No, you gave
do
me some.
stuff
You got
for all of
pizza
us,
over there.
bro. Hell yeah, man.
Pizza.
It's a birthday party.
Yeah,
for
it's a
Tomkat.
party. It's
Yay.
a party.
Hell yeah.
I won't fight with you
It's a
today.
constant. Yeah. We'll see about that.
No, he's my friend. I love him.
Did you guys see
Love
the
you
news
too,
that came
Rainbow.
down today in the Senate? A bill was passed today. A couple of them passed recently that we'll talk about. And the first time I started thinking about bill, I don't know if you guys remember this from back in the 80s. The bill is the
Yeah.
School of Rock bill.
Oh,
I am
yeah,
a
let's go.
bill.
Yeah, play
Yeah.
that if you can.
Well, I am a bill.
Yes,
I'm
I'm only a
Bill.
bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee. But I know I'll be a law someday. At least I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a bill.
Today, it is still just a bill, but the Senate passed a bill forcing TikTok's parent company to sell or face a ban.
So here's the thing about that.
Wow.
That is not, though, the way they pass bills anymore. Now they jam them all together in what's called an omnibus.
They do
And they
that.
pass all this massive legislation all at once. And then they ram it through right at the end of a session when people are trying to go home in like 3 days.
Yeah, they do.
And then they have to vote on it. They can't read it. And they're like, vote on it, or you can't go home. And then they put all this stuff in it. So it's never just one bill that goes to committee, like that said, and then they vote on the bill and decide, hey, should we send this money to Ukraine or should we not? Nope, they jam
A bunch
Israel
of stuff in
funding,
it, yeah.
Ukraine funding,
Whole bunch of stuff.
all the other stuff together, and they're like, pass it, or you're crazy, or
Yeah.
you know.
TK is 100% right. What he left out, they've always done that. It don't matter like who got the majority, who's in the House, whatever. Every administration, they've always done that.
Everybody
Ramming
does it.
something
Yeah.
in. They've always done it. So
Ramming
even
it through.
the
It's,
shit that they doing today, I don't want to be sending no
partisan.
money over to fucking Israel. I mean, they want to keep fighting. Let them keep fighting. God bless them. That's y'all shit. We ain't in it, and we ain't sending our money. We work hard for our shit, yo. We got people out here on the street that we can't even take care of. But we want to send y'all money? Nah, that's y'all fight. We ain't got nothing to do with that.
Well,
we wish you luck.
I do think that
seems
we
to me
need
like they're
to. I
doing
do
pretty
think that we
good,
need
too,
to
like
back
they're
up.
about to
Our,
say.
I do think that we need
No,
to back
serious.
up the
Our
people that
allies.
are our allies.
Sure, 100%.
We've always
No,
done.
We
but
should.
when this dude, like, this shit could have been ceased, like, a while ago.
Were we
You know what
talking
I'm
about something different now?
saying? No.
No, we're talking about the bill because you were right, Tomkat.
Yeah, because they sending money over to
They-
Israel.
they packed a bunch of
Taiwan,
things
and,
into this
What was the
Ukraine.
first? What were we talking about? The first thing now that was in the
I
bill.
love,
It
I
wasn't
love weed.
The first thing in the bill was the TikTok
the
ban.
TikTok ban.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit bigger than damn TikTok. I mean, those of us who don't have TikTok are not going to miss it. So me
So they
personally,
put-
I
see, they put it-
don't care.
But I
They put a
think
TikTok ban in a bill that is meant for funding for Israel and for Ukraine, and a lot of people would say we should fund those things.
right.
And so then the TikTok bill, the TikTok ban's
Was
in
kinda
there
thrown
too.
in there, yeah.
It's in there too. So,
So
that's
it's
the
kinda
kind of
like-
thing that's just
yeah.
like, what the shit, you know?
Well, and I honestly, as far as being capitalistic country, that's
What, TikTok ban?
Well, no, I mean making somebody sell a company because they're too big and
Yeah.
making too much money, like
Yeah.
I think it's
that's
a little
kind of
bit,
fucked up.
So he
like,
got
that-
like,
that-
I was
that-
reading he's
also
got like
the,
about a
uh,
is
year.
that part of capitalism? Like,
Oh, of course, that's some fucked up shit. But they also saying that like they be selling our shit to China and all this.
I
other
mean,
shit.
that's how
And-
much proof for
and
that do we
I
have?
don't- I
Like,
don't
somebody
know.
could come up and say
Listen, I
that
don't-
shit
I
and
don't
just be
know.
like,
But
in today's society, it's hard to know if it's actually
let's
true.
go ahead and cut that out. Let's not let that cancer get big. Let's go ahead and nip that out. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
but yeah, like it's like, it's not like you have to do this or secure this information or we're gonna ban you. It's like, no, you have to sell it to one of us or we're gonna ban you.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
like,
totally
all
what
right.
it is. That's exactly what
What
it is.
the-
They pull
And
the
I-
Jack move
That's,
like, oh, see, y'all,
that's some shady ass
Well,
shit.
I-
dog.
I-
let me interject
That's
here,
gangster as fuck.
because I will say I've been to China, and when you go over there, you can't get on Snapchat, you can't get on Facebook. I mean, you
Right.
can if you get on a virtual private network or you
Sure.
get on one of these, off the grid
Pirate,
type
Them
sure,
VPNs.
sure. No, I get
the
you.
VPN. You're
Right.
you're right, Memphis. But a lot of the locals there were on it, and they were still on the Snapchat, and they were still on the Facebook. But you wonder what goes on between our government, their government, the information they want us to see, and how that plays a part in what's going on right now. Because some people will say they want to get rid of TikTok because TikTok may be influencing us here in the States the way that will benefit them. And it becomes a war between our country and their country with people's data, with information that's being told on these. As you can tell with the younger generation, you put something on TikTok, it becomes gospel. Same thing with Instagram and these other platforms.
pretty much.
Which is, not to cut you off, why I think it's bad that our government is kind of trying to take control of it, because they see that there's a free flow of information that they can't control, and they want to be able to control it.
That's
And
worrisome.
I don't like that the company is owned by a person who is, because all companies in China are subject to the CCP taking control of that company and getting the information or completely militarizing that company.
That's
in
understood.
their
Sure.
in their constitution in
that's
China.
It's a
worrisome.
communist country.
That's
Right. So
worrisome.
that's worrisome. But
Sure.
at the same time, a lot of people get their news, and you have to get all your news. You got to take it with a grain of salt. You can't just be like, "Oh, they said this on TikTok. That's what I believe." You got to kind of like.
Well,
try and
Twitter
get-
was that, what, maybe 5 years ago? I
I mean,
remember.
Twitter was like that, but Twitter also, the difference between Twitter and TikTok, there was people on Twitter that will hold you accountable. Like the whole, like any and everything that was like facts, like related, like
Sure.
if you needed facts, it was always on Twitter. Twitter's still the main place where people go and get their information. TikTok, however, is just like people be doing dumb shit for them, I'm concerned, and get paid for it, which I ain't not gonna hustle.
That's all I've ever
I
seen.
ain't
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna
all I've
hu-
ever seen.
look,
I've never got news
If
from
you
there.
can make money from it, I ain't not gonna hustle.
You mean the
Yeah.
fat dude rolling in Cheetos ain't news?
Well,
What
I
you
did
talking
get,
about?
unless you consider learning how to make money by pooping in a cup and sending it to some organization for $500 a stool.
You're just not on TikTok enough, because I think there's a lot of interesting
There's
information.
lots of
you can find.
information.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not.
I'm
Yeah.
not missing anything on TikTok.
The only thing I go to TikTok for is Tomkat videos.
Thank you.
He
I
plays
don't
some
go on
dope ass
TikTok
shit.
When
at
like-
And
all.
his beats are
when-
dope too.
When things are happening, people are videoing. They're TikToking.
Yeah.
So if you want to see what's happening on the ground,
I watch
you don't got to
YouTube.
wait for the news person to go set up their camera and get out there. You got 10,000 people on the ground TikToking.
Or-
Zit, zit, zit,
Yeah.
zit. You
or,
get the-
or like I said,
True.
people go do it on Twitter first, because anything and all news always breaks on Twitter first. Like nobody breaks news anywhere else but Twitter, because once it's trended on Twitter, that's how it gets to Instagram and TikTok and everything else. Everything Twitter is like y'all don't realize, because y'all not on Twitter like I am. Twitter
At
is
all.
like Twitter's serious. Like that's another world, and it's one of those things. If you don't know how to navigate it, do not get in it.
I haven't been on my
not-
Twitter in
Twitter's fucking great.
since before they called it X.
Yeah, we don't call it X. If you've been
Well,
on
whatever,
it,
never.
yeah, like
I have not.
Elon go suck a dick. That's what. You
Oh
can go
man, you're
do.
being very cruel, Memphis.
Yeah.
That's just me being nice.
Well,
That's a little kinky,
say
too.
I'd,
that.
I'd like to
Yeah.
ask the cruel guy this: how do you feel about all the TikTokers? Because this is where I feel bad. Like, what about
What?
the guy that's making a living and feeding his family because he's got a famous TikTok page, and you are able to support your kids?
Oh,
and
yeah,
now
I'm
all
not-
of a sudden
What
they're gonna
What
ban
the hell
TikTok.
is that?
Yeah, it's my TikTok page.
I'm
That's
not-
funny.
I wasn't talking about
It's
this
us,
video
Gentry.
in
I think you
particular.
guys were playing. Were y'all playing?
I see
Texas
Tomkat's
Sun.
Texas
TikTok.
Sun.
Yeah, y'all were playing Texas
We're
Sun.
playing an A minor to a G right there with a
Yeah.
steady flow on our acoustic.
Is that-
We
is
guitar.
got a
that you in the
solid 30
background,
likes.
G?
Yep.
Yeah.
You look very
what? What do I
very
look
different.
We got it. We got a nice
You look
comment.
like you should be fishing.
like? Yeah,
Oh, we also
I
got-
like to fish.
We got
Good,
love
good,
Texas Sun.
Good.
Fuck
Because
yes.
you look like it.
They like
Yeah,
it.
look at that.
But you know what? I'm not knocking. No, I'm not knocking nobody's hustle at all.
You
That's
only
that
wish
money
you-
country.
You only wish you had that rhythm.
I like
I'm
it.
just saying.
I like it,
me
brother.
personally, I don't like TikTok because to me it's just a waste of time, and I don't like my time being wasted. And so plus
I can buy
it's
that.
just another digital distraction I don't need, and I'm not making any money off of it.
What
Get
about
your
Candy
punk ass
AI?
outside, get a haircut.
Oh, there go the sound effects.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get your punk ass
Yes,
outside.
we're back.
I
and
thought
get
you had a
goddamn
foot fetish
haircut.
website or some shit going on.
Who in the world got a foot fetish?
You didn't say that? I thought you said that on one of the
ain't-
shows.
But don't be putting words in my mouth, you asshole. Come on, I got a foot fetish. Yes. What kind of, you know what? I'm kind of.
I said a foot fetish website, man.
No,
Oh.
I mean, I bet if I put one up, I'll make a lot of money.
You
too.
do it. Let's see.
Thanks for
Gotta have
giving
them
me the idea.
ribs.
See,
And
there-
pussy too.
there you
No
go.
soda, no pussy, no
Let me
McDonald's.
think of a
That's
name.
what I like that one.
Foot fetish. This.
That's
don't
why I
know.
turned the
think of
drops
some
off.
really-
You guys are too
We're
much
not
of it.
gonna do a bunch of them.
Okay, let's
We
move on.
can't tell.
Let's move on to the next bill
Good idea.
Let's go.
because it is a big day with big bills, and there's another one being passed.
On
Listen to this
Capitol
one.
Hill,
Tennessee has passed a bill
Tennessee.
that will allow teachers to carry guns. Now, I remember in my
what?
school, the resource officer would be strapped,
Yeah,
and he
Really?
he would be
he was a cop.
he was a police officer.
Yeah, and
Maybe-
mine going up too.
Maybe he just had a gun that he could knock people out with. I don't know. It looked like a gun to me.
No. They were
Wait
real.
a minute. You went to a high school. Was this at high school you talking
Yes.
Yeah.
about? And y'all had
resource.
y'all had armed police.
Yes.
One
we had
guy.
deputies.
Yeah, one guy.
What?
We had about 2 or 3, but one main one.
The one thing I can say, I definitely did better than y'all was what I went to high school. We didn't even have that shit.
We called them.
No.
They called them
Hell
resource
no.
officer.
Yeah, that's what they were
Hell,
called.
I went to high
Resource
school.
officers.
I went to Kirkwood High School in Kirkwood, in Missouri. Very influential area, by the way. But it's in St. Louis County. So, and I'm from the city, so we got bused to the county and shit. So we didn't have when we get to school. We was like, wow, I can let my hair down. I ain't worried about somebody trying to shoot me.
He's there to stop people from shooting you. What if there's a school
Nobody-
shooter?
He
He's the
is.
first one
He
that's
is.
going to help
He
you.
is.
Not at our schools.
I guess.
Our schools is not
Yeah, I
having
see
that.
the cop was
Yeah,
there
oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
that
my-
the kids
That's
see the cop. They
crazy.
get used to seeing a person with a badge. They get used to the uniform.
I
They
gotta
get used to
tell
I've
my
seeing
seen our
buddies
cop
about this.
de-escalate some shit. There was an actual shooting in front of the school when I went to high school up in GI, and the resource officer
In
had to step
Gin?
out and what?
And Gin, what's GI?
In GI in Gary, Indiana.
Oh,
Take
Take
a
a shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that, Memphis? With your if a teacher is going to be strapped, you don't think that's a good idea?
I don't like that. I don't like it at all because I don't trust these teachers out here fucking the kids still. So you mean to tell me I
You're
gotta
right.
trust
You do make a
gotta
good
trust a teacher?
We need more of that,
You-
though.
you like,
Yeah,
like
well,
no.
We could
hell
use
no.
I'm
some
just
of it
kidding.
back
Bring your
then.
KY jelly. Leave
You
your
know what
gun
I
at
mean?
home.
Yeah, yeah.
Are these teachers gonna go through a psychiatric evaluation? You know what I mean?
They
What's
do.
There has
They
to be
do.
vetting.
They
What's
got to
they-
like go through
like,
a
what's
whole
they-
Has to be a
thing.
But I
vetting,
mean,
sure.
like,
It's not
really
just
dig
all
into
of
their
them.
background. Are they happy at the school they teaching at?
No, they
Are they
do.
happy what they getting paid?
They do.
You know what I mean? Or they been no? You can't speak for these teachers because you don't know.
No, they
No,
have to
he's
go
saying
through
to me-
but I'm
psychological
It's a vetting
background
check.
check.
There's a
are
vetting.
But are they really going to do it? Because I
Well, it
mean, even
says they
today,
are.
people don't go through this. Go buy a damn gun. You don't even do the necessary background for that. So what? I gotta no.
I don't see a
No.
problem
My boy
with that.
Ray Ray don't.
No.
I
do
did
no
see where
background
the
check.
teachers do have to go through some training before they carry one, and they do have to check a few boxes, like you guys are talking about, background checks and everything. So it's not just like, hey, memo out to all the teachers, tomorrow you can show up with your Glock,
Yeah.
and we're going to shoot in the gymnasium. It's
Yeah,
not the way
bring
it's
it
gonna
for
work.
show and tell.
Unfortunately.
We do have a video here. If we could roll it from the truck. This is from, I don't know what news source, NBC News.
Somebody come flying
Bus
over.
erupting in Tennessee's state capital, where lawmakers just passed a bill that would allow teachers to carry concealed handguns in schools.
This is the reaction of rage, hurt, and anger.
Emotions were high as protesters descended on the House gallery, waving signs as House representatives
protesters
voted
were always
68
high,
to
also high.
28 to
Sure.
pass the bill,
Why not?
following the state Senate's lead. It's one of the biggest pro-gun moves by the state since the tragic shooting at the Covenant School in Nashville last year that killed 6.
We are being blamed for putting guns in schools, but the purpose of it is to protect our children.
32
Nobody
other
make an
states
accent
passed
joke.
legislation allowing teachers to carry guns in schools as states across the country grapple with how to address school violence. If signed by the governor, the Tennessee law would allow teachers to carry guns in schools where top administrators agree. The teachers would be required to have a permit, do training, and get a background check and mental health evaluation.
There you have it. They got to
See?
check some
Yeah,
boxes.
I mean,
I
like
don't
this.
trust it because it's so much more deeper to that too. Because you got to really know how a person tick. Because you're trusting these people around your children. And
The
to me,
children are the ones you might have to watch.
No, screw that because that's a whole nother stuff.
Shit.
And rule America.
I
But
just
I'm
think-
just saying, I'm not one. I'm not a parent. But if I were a parent, you would have to convince me to allow my child to go to be in a classroom with somebody who I don't know you like that.
Now, what about with a paddle? Because I remember when I was in school,
We got it too. We had a paddle.
the
That's
vice
fine.
principal or the dean would have a paddle, and the one
Hell, our teachers had paddles.
Hell yeah! If you got sent to the bench, you was in trouble, boy.
Maybe if these kids knew they were going to have their asses beat by the vice principal, they might not bring a gun to school.
I mean, shit. That's what.
Eh,
Kids stop
some
getting
of
their
them might bring it because he got the
Yeah,
paddle.
no shit.
No,
Maybe. You're right.
Bastards.
Maybe.
The thing
Yeah.
is, you got to stop making it hard for
Kids are
people
little
to get
fuckers,
guns. You know what I'm saying? It's not a secret that these cats around the neighborhood be finding like these big ass crates to be dropped in the middle of the night with a bunch of weapons and shit, and that happens in every major city.
Is it
If-
Fortnite?
100% babies.
if you
yeah.
didn't know that, that's a fact. That does happen. So you got all these illegal guns on the street, and you got the ghost guns
Sure.
and all this other shit. Stop making it hard for people to get weapons. You cut all that out, you'll reduce a lot of crime and shootings and shit.
If
That's
I was a
just common
teacher, I would
sense.
just have a gun anyway, and I wouldn't tell anybody. And I would just
You
have
wouldn't be
it.
a very good teacher, you liar.
I would just have it on me, and anybody
So you
mess
like-
around.
I'd like to believe
Those
that
schools are the targets for school shootings
They
and
are.
like
and
more
teachers,
than any other place. I would be
teachers
armed
by-
anyway.
teachers by and
Shit.
large, I like to believe, are very responsible people.
They
So
love going to happy
Really?
hour.
They,
though.
they would.
I've
They,
noticed.
okay, that's fine.
Really?
So what a lot of people do. They would. I think they would. And I'm not saying that makes them in particular a person to have a gun, but I think it makes them a good judge of themselves on whether or not they should have a gun in a class or not.
Yeah.
If they could handle that responsibility, I think I could trust a teacher with that decision.
Or they gonna go through someone like what kind of like
They got to
crazy
be able to shoot a French
scenarios?
fry at like 50 yards.
Hell yeah!
Pow!
I mean, think about it. I mean, say for
Whatever.
God forbid, say that happens and that's a real life situation. Are they gonna be calm enough to go through that?
That's what I'm
Or
saying.
they gonna be
Hey,
put
if
through?
you can teach kids science and
Sure.
you can teach math and deal with a room full of teenagers, you could probably take out a terrorist, possibly.
No, that's not what I'm asking. Because
I
if
think
you,
they will
if
pull
you
the trigger.
in the heat of the moment, you don't know. You don't know what it's like until you're in the heat of the moment. It's easy to say with your mouth until you actually think
song's in
about
my
it
head
and be
now.
like, God damn, like if this shit actually happened, am I calm enough to make sure these kids are safe, protect them, myself, and take care of whatever this said threat is without just losing their fucking mind? Because people don't know who they ain't tight like that, like they say they is. You gotta
Honestly, for me, I say quit being cheap asses. Hire more cops. They're trained professionals, or at least they should be,
yeah,
and
right.
let them deal with that shit. So, I'm just saying,
I say
theoretically,
give them to
in
the hall
theory,
monitors. Were any of you guys hall
I
monitors
was.
I
back
was.
in the day?
I carried a gun.
Snitches. Look
Oh,
at you guys.
snitches
Oh,
get stitches,
stitches
man.
my ass, man. When
But
I was
The
on
little
there,
orange
when I was
belt
on-
and
when
shit.
my-
Remember that
Pull
shit?
my little
You
homies
gotta
that would
pass.
sneak out of
Get your
class.
house
No,
ass.
only the milkmaids
I
got
see
the
you guys.
whistles.
Nah, see,
I
y'all
see you
y'all
guys.
did
Hall
it all wrong
monitors.
because we were hall monitors.
We
Bunch
weren't.
of
No, but we
chumps.
weren't. We weren't
We were the
actually
hookup.
hall monitors though. We helped like students cross the road.
Yeah.
No,
We were
did all that
crossing
shit.
guards.
Yeah, we did all that
Yeah.
shit. But nah, when I was a hall monitor and my homies be cutting class,
Tattletale.
I'd be like, nah, hell no. I'd be like, yo, Mr. Such and Such went that way.
Narc-ass.
You got to go around the right so you don't get
He
caught.
comes jumping out from
I was
behind the
always,
locker.
man, when you
I was
looking
in the
up-
third grade.
Man.
Chill out.
Shit.
Starts
And-
young.
And I got credit for that shit too. So, like, it's an elective I don't have to take. Perfect. Easy.
All right, let's move on to our next topic. There are no guns involved in our next topic.
Thank
and
God.
no swords either. It's woman on woman in this next story we're going to
Oh,
tell you
tell
about.
me more.
You guys have heard of Megan the Stallion, right?
We
Yeah.
have.
No, who's that?
She's got that song, Body Yaddy Yaddy
You know who
Yaddy.
Megan Thee Stallion is.
I
Don't
do. I'm
be
just
don't play
fucking with
dumb.
her. She's
Yeah,
terrible.
The girl who I was shaking her ass.
Yeah, I like
Terrible.
Megan the Stallion.
Yeah, all right.
I like her
guess,
ass, but I don't like her shaking it all the goddamn time.
What do you
All right.
mean?
Because it's like, bitch, that's all you got to do is shake your ass and twerk. Like,
She
cut
raps
it out.
too, I think.
She's on television
she's a
commercials now,
C
too?
minor. I give her props for her hustle,
She's
though.
she's the person for Planet Fitness, like their person. Whatever.
I mean, she
spokesperson.
She
She's
got
a big
body like a
she's a
stallion.
big girl too, ain't she?
No,
like,
she got a body like a stallion. I
and
ain't
she
gonna
like
lie.
Also
not
the
big, but like
Olympics.
tall. And she
She's
like
stacked.
6'3".
She got it right. Nah,
She's
she
not
ain't-
that tall.
she is not that
2024
tall.
Olympics.
I don't know.
spokesperson, Too.
I'm asking.
Nah, she's not doing the Olympics.
Yes.
I'm
She's their
hoping we.
spokesperson.
What,
could-
shotgun
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
or
Yeah,
shot
you're
put?
right. She is.
She's doing a
That's right.
shot put.
No, but she's their spokes. She's like another,
I'm hoping.
Weightlifting.
spokesperson.
I'm hoping that we can get some footage of this tape. But I'm
Oh,
not-
I hope.
Beautiful
I wanna
beam
see it
footage.
too.
I doubt it because what had happened that I was reading was she was allegedly in a van coming back from a gig overseas, and there were a bunch of people in the back of a van, and her photographer was right next to her, and then she started having sex with this other girl, and the photographer was like, "I can't believe she's doing this right next to me," whereas most guys would be like, "I can't believe she's doing this right next to me."
Hey, little bitch.
All right, so was she like receiving?
It don't even matter.
That's what I'm
dog.
asking,
And
or
listen,
she,
see, that's that punk ass shit I was telling y'all about weeks ago.
Yeah, what?
That's that punk ass. You mean to tell me, okay, so you guys are in Ibiza, Spain, right? Ibiza, Spain is amazing. If you ever get a chance to go visit.
Okay.
You over there with Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all did some crazy show.
Sure.
Y'all in the van with a gang of people. Meg just happened to start going down or somebody went down.
I'll try to join
another
in.
woman, and your ass is like, ew, motherfucker, you should have been taking, I'm getting evidence and shit, video, all kind of shit.
What the fuck did this dude just say?
And
Yeah,
just keep your
yeah.
goddamn mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? Like, what
Well,
goes
apparently
on
that's
stays on the road,
apparently that's
bitch.
what she told him. Like she asked him the next day, "Were you in the van with us last night?" And when he said he was, she was like, "You better not tell anybody." And then she
Yeah,
started
why
like
would
digging on
he?
him though, ragging on him, and like fat shaming him. As he said
So
that she was like calling him a fat bitch and telling him he was eating, and she was like, "You don't need to be eating. You're eating too
we
much."
have the story here from NBC News. Let's hear the very latest on the Megan Thee Stallion
Yeah.
story. Go ahead, roll the tape.
Hip-hop star Meg Thee Stallion is being sued by a former cameraman who accuses her of harassment and a hostile work environment.
The cameraman, Emilio Garcia, says he was trapped inside a moving vehicle with the rapper in
There he
a
is.
foreign country while she had sex with a woman right next to him. Megan Thee Stallion denies these allegations. NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas joins us now. So, Chloe, a lot of like crazy
So,
allegations.
Chloe, what's
in
the
this
problem
Action
here?
indeed.
including
Look how serious
Garcia
she
saying
look.
that Meg Thee Stallion told him, quote, "Don't you ever discuss
How do we get
what
in this
you saw."
van?
What else is he claiming?
So in this lawsuit, he says that he endured emotional distress
Oh,
and that
poor guy.
his job was affected and that eventually he didn't have a job anymore with
You're
Megan Thee
gay.
Stallion after this alleged night that took place in June of 2022 in Ibiza, this island off the coast of Spain.
Nice.
And
Beautiful.
like you said, he says that he was in this car.
Looks
He'd
like
been
Jessica
working
Rabbit.
for Megan Thee Stallion for a few years as a cameraman,
Sounds
and that he
great.
witnessed Megan Thee Stallion allegedly taking part in a sex act with another
So
woman.
how much money does the
Lucky.
guy want for
Next day,
this?
Megan Thee Stallion allegedly said, "Did you see what happened?"
How much money do you think the guy deserves? I don't think he really
Not a-
deserves
not a
anything.
Yeah, he
single-
already
not-
got paid.
Not a now another. Not a. Fuck him.
I deserve money because I'm next to a famous person who's having
So,
sex in a
I
van.
know this may
Get the-
not mean not much.
You deserve
but-
nothing.
what the fuck you think was gonna happen,
Is,
dude?
does he
Really?
not like women? Is he gay?
It
or
doesn't.
something
It
like that?
doesn't matter.
Because
What-
if he's gay, then he might be offended by that. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, I
Well,
can
it
see
sounds
why
like
he's
there
sad.
was drama caused with his work relationship with Megan Thee Stallion. He's claiming that it caused friction between the two of them because he
I'll
had
bet.
this evidence on his camera of what he filmed with her, and it got in the way of their professional relationship.
Man,
So
that's
why
some
did he record
bullshit.
it?
Yeah, exactly. He might have
Because-
should have known not to like film it.
Well,
Here's
she
how the-
says she wanted him to film it, and then after he filmed it.
And see,
okay.
here's how
That's
this
what
conver-
he says. He
Listen,
says that
here's
she
how the
wanted him.
Did he
conversation
save
should've went.
copies?
That's odd that she wanted him to film it, but didn't even remember he was
Oh
in
no,
the
she
van.
remembered. They remember. Y'all know women
She's
don't
kinda
forget
cute.
shit. They know what the fuck they did. But here's
Uh-oh.
what the thing was. She came to him and was like, "Look,
I'm
dog,
drunk.
you saw what happened last night, right? Yeah, okay, I saw it. Your ass better not say shit, blah, blah, blah." And she probably did say some, like, mean shit to him or whatever. And he should have checked her ass like, "Look, I ain't going to say shit, but don't be talking shit. Just talk shit back to her."
That's
But
a lot of shit there, man.
I don't give a shit.
Hey, I'm counting. There's like
Listen,
12.
Listen, it all makes sense. He just being a little bitch. Go ahead
So
on.
we all agree that we think the guy probably shouldn't get paid over
Hell
this.
no.
No, but he probably will though.
I don't
He
think
might
for
get
that.
something, though.
might.
Yeah, he might get something, though.
If they find that he lost his job,
Because it's called a
for-
hostile work environment.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
can prove that he's in a hostile
Yeah,
work
yeah, yeah.
environment,
He might win
and,
that,
and
but
he
he's
lost
gonna-
his job,
But he's
which he
gonna
did.
lose all credibility in the industry now because ain't nobody gonna want to mess with him because
it's true.
you look at it like, okay, you gonna get whatever love from her. They not already put the word out on homie, so he might as well find something else to do because
He
ain't
probably
nobody
will.
gonna rock with him for a while because dog, the rule is on the road. If you in the entertainment industry, what goes on the road stays on the road.
Yep,
Good, bad, and indifferent, as long as don't nobody die
we're different people.
or go to jail, you know. But
Yeah, he should have held her down on that one.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
you're not going to
shut
let her
up.
have some sex.
Yeah,
She's on
he
a
should have
tour.
held her down and the other girl too.
Yeah.
he should have got in on that
Got that
shit.
little
You guys are
mustache all
horny.
wet
You
right
shoulda
there. Got
got
that little
right on in that
mustache right
shit.
there.
You guys are horny.
All right, let's
Let's
not get
move
kicked
on. I
off
would've did
YouTube
it.
again,
Get
guys.
some
Let's-
ass.
I would have did it.
Let's
I
move
would've
on,
done it
move
right
on,
there.
move on
Thank
to our
you.
next time.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, the 2024 NFL Draft is here. The Chicago Bears are on the clock, and they are widely expected to select former USC quarterback Caleb Williams. He could be the number 1 pick overall. He's at a USC, and excitement is building for other prospects like Jaden Daniels, Marvin Harrison Jr., if you remember Marvin Harrison from the Colts, his son. Also, J.J. McCarthy won big games at Michigan, beat Ohio
Ah, who could
beat
forget
Ohio State.
J.J. McCarthy?
But you being a Bear fan, myself being a Bear fan, Ramo G, what do you think the Bears should do with the number 1 pick when the draft takes place starting on April 25th, which is tomorrow? What do you think they should do?
I mean, honestly, it's not really what I think they should do. They're
It
definitely.
is. What do you think? Well, that's the
they're,
question.
They're picking Caleb Williams. All signs point to that. They've had a dinner with him alone. He only had his 30, is what they call it, with 2 teams. The Bears were obviously one of them. He's, I heard, worked out already with DJ and Allen.
Man, you sound like you know the
He
team.
knew his
the way
shit
you're talking.
there.
Right.
Yeah. So
DJ.
it's DJ Moore. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it seems like that's definitely going to be the move. I don't know if I would have went in that direction if it was my pick, but he's supposed to be special. So I'll let the people who make those decisions make them, and that's their ass, not mine.
Who
So,
would you pick?
I don't know. Like I honestly may have traded that number 1 pick
You still would have to
down
make
a couple.
Pick, though.
I would have got Marvin Harrison Jr. number 1.
Who you gonna
Like-
throw to him?
What?
He probably
gonna
would have
throw
kept
to him?
Justin
I would have
Fields.
kept Justin. Yeah.
Oh, we gotta say that.
I mean, I think, I think with Justin would have had a better team. He could have did a lot better.
or a
you
better
know?
offensive line.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? And you could have added pieces with that extra picks you would have got with that. But hey, if they think this is the right move for the future, whatever.
What do you,
I'm
what do
down
you
to
think, Tomkat? I know you're going to be glued to your TV. What do you think of the NFL draft?
I think Ramo is really smart about sports. Not much else, but sports he knows, man. I
Memphis.
would go with what he says.
Let's
I
move on
see.
from Tomkat when talking sports. Let's ask Memphis. Memphis, what do you think about the draft? Anything to add? Tomorrow night you can watch it on ESPN and the ESPN app.
I think Jaden Daniels is gonna have the better career out of between him and Caleb Williams because they both Heisman Trophy winners back to back. Which shout out to Reggie Bush for getting his Heisman back.
Yeah, I heard about
You know,
that.
so
That was
salute
dope.
to him.
That's a great last name, by the way.
Reggie Bush, the
Yeah.
president.
Him
Get in the
and
book.
Kim K hooked up at one point.
Yeah, I'm glad he ditched that hoe.
She's got all kind of
He
bush.
got her ass out of
You
there.
don't like Kim K?
Well, she stank.
He was like 8 dicks
Oh.
ago.
She stank.
He was like 8 dicks
What
ago.
the fuck did this dude just say?
I love Kim
know,
K.
right?
Dick.
You
It's
would
on
love
the
Kim K.
dick chart.
There's
There's me.
you dream Genie about her ass too, don't you, huh? You like, oh, Kim K and that little nice shit.
Her
What?
butt's Kim K's butt is actually too big for me.
Yeah,
She got the fake butt, and when you see her, it doesn't. It's
I
like
think
not
that-
proportioned correctly.
That's it. The problem is the legs are too skinny for the
Hell
butt, and it
yeah.
looks like a bug's life.
And
You
here's
ever
the
seen
thing-
those bugs in a bug's life?
That's hilarious.
That's what it looks
I know
like.
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it needs to be proportional. You look like
That
the
is exactly what her
fucking
ass look
cartoon
like.
ant with your big ass sticking out, some
do I-
You
skinny
know
ass
what's the
legs.
crazy part? She got to go through the rest of her life wearing, like, maintaining that hideous ass that don't fit her right in the first place. Knowing good and well, she should, if she just came down on it, where it's like looks like her original
Proportional?
ass was, she'd be all right. I mean, she'd still be a hoe, but she'll look better. You know.
That's so
Let's move on to our next topic.
Thank you.
Are we ever not ragging on some
Jeez.
poor guys ragging on
I
some
know,
lady? We
it's-
got to stop it.
All right, let's rag
Stop
on.
it.
Let's rag on the guy this time.
Yeah.
We have a guy that has gotten caught recording up girls' skirts at Target. Ladies,
What?
I want you. This is a public service announcement for you ladies out there.
It wasn't me.
Look out for these creeps walking up and down the aisles at your local Target stores, trying to pull a fast one and pull some kind of video looking up your skirt. We have
Zoom in on that puzz.
please
Jeez, do we have to play that?
stop playing that drop.
Thank you.
That was me trying to
Oh.
quote someone else.
Was it?
It was.
Stop playing that drop.
Sounds like
Stop
you're about
playing
to.
that stupid shit.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Dumbass shit.
Yes,
Right
please.
on
There you
time,
go.
man.
Yeah.
Right on time.
That's great.
So let's roll the tape. Here's some footage of this guy inside
Beam footage?
the Target. For those of you watching on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook.
Okay, so that's the girl right there.
Oh, look at him.
Jordan.
So that's not Jordan.
That's fucked up.
He's got his phone. Would you shut up so we can watch the
Sorry.
video? This is not funny. This dude's being a creepazoid.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
This sounds like
This is acting.
No, I just saw you put that underneath her dress.
this seems like a setup.
This is a setup.
It is.
You did.
At
That's a
first-
fake
You
video.
absolutely did.
Ma'am, I really wasn't. I promise.
Then show me your phone.
Yes.
Oh
No,
my
we're
god.
gonna call security.
No, I really.
You absolutely did, and you were following me over in the children's section.
Because I have a sister who's pregnant. Ma'am, I really wasn't.
You've been extremely close to me this whole time.
Oh yeah.
No,
I really
Dude,
don't.
is
let's
this real,
get
do you think?
security.
It
Because
seems
this
kind
is
of fake.
absolutely wrong.
I really don't.
Whoa.
mean to.
No, you obviously did.
No, ma'am, please. I really didn't
Nope,
mean
let's
to.
get security.
Let's get security.
Couldn't find
Aw,
a
shit.
better chick
Man
to do an
arrested.
upskirt
I
on.
was just saying, he doesn't have very high standards,
Yeah.
does
It
he?
says that it was in a North Carolina Target, and the police say that this guy was recording. This kid looks like a kid recording up
Someone I
girls'
know.
skirts.
Yeah, from the looks of his victims,
Is
what's
this
the name of
your
the
son,
website?
Jeffrey?
Yuck.com?
It's gotta be
Where you're trying to
Florida,
make
man.
people throw up?
That does not look like my son. Quit trying to associate him.
He's a dick. I
With
know,
this
right?
terrible
That's
story.
so
In the
wrong.
back yelling.
What are you
terrible.
doing?
Oh man, this is terrible.
Get him, Jay.
So this guy ended up getting arrested. Although watching that for the first time and hearing the audio, it seems kind of staged.
It
It does
does.
seem you can't tell nowadays. Everybody want to be
Oh,
these
God.
little crazy
Trying to
ass
make-
skits
yeah.
and shit, and it's like over the man. Look,
Because, like, how was she videotaping that? Like,
right? Like why you
from
didn't say
before,
something
like,
to him when you thought he was creeping your
you
ass
know,
out?
what was she, I don't understand.
All right, let's move on. That video is kind of terrible.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. That's fucking.
The next-
If you're gonna do it, you better do it with a. You're gonna get caught. You might as well. pick
What
a
happened
better
to
looking-
shoe cameras?
Better
and
looking
shit?
chick. Jeez.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Don't be rude, Tomkat.
Oh,
That's great.
Sorry.
God.
Don't be rude.
Please.
That chick was ugly though. I'm just saying.
Wow. Well,
I
you
thought
weren't
we were
looking
going to
at
do
her
a
face.
story where we did not talk
Oh
bad
yeah,
about
that's
her.
right. I
This
totally
is
forgot.
Fucking
I
out of
totally
her mind.
forgot.
She must be on her period
Next
or
one. The
whatever.
next one. We'll do it on the next one.
Don't be rude.
Okay, the next one. Let's see if we can finally get through a segment
Nope.
about disrespecting
Nope.
anyone.
Nope.
hopefully.
Nope.
The next topic
Let's go.
is, should being homeless be illegal?
Oh,
should be
hell
easy.
no.
This should be easy.
No, it's not.
So
easy.
we have a clip here from the news where the Supreme Court is arguing to criminalize you if you are homeless, and the fees just keep racking up. If we could roll the tape, here's the
Cook
story.
has been homeless for about 2 years, spending a lot of his time at the emergency shelter of northern Kentucky. But soon he'll run out of the number of nights he can stay there, meaning he may be back out on the street. And starting in July, that would become illegal under a new Kentucky law.
Going in reverse. You know, it's going to set everyone back months. You know, you go into court, clogging courts up with, you know, they deal with serious crime, you know, but, you know, if you pass out at a bus stop, you don't need a ticket or something like that.
The U.S. Supreme Court Monday heard arguments on an ordinance in Grants Pass, Oregon, barring public camping or sleeping outside, which many say criminalized homelessness. The ordinance is very similar to a section in the new Safer Kentucky Act, a sweeping crime bill passed by Republican lawmakers who also overrode Governor Andy Beshear's veto. NKU law professor Michael Mannheimer expects the Supreme Court to uphold the Oregon ordinance given its current makeup. That would essentially keep the Kentucky law in place. But if not,
if the Supreme Court overturns the Grants Pass ordinance, I think the Kentucky law would be in trouble. I think it would be constitutionally suspect.
Jason McKinley is on staff at the Covington shelter, but was homeless off and on for several years before becoming sober in 2020. He says the new law is a bad idea because it would make it harder for people to get jobs or get out of debt.
And how can someone that is going through homelessness be expected to pay a fine?
Yeah, if you get in enough trouble, though, you get free room and board down at the jail.
Can I kick this off real quick?
At the Marchino Hotel.
Go ahead, Tom.
So the law states that the Kentucky House passed legislation that includes unlawful camping offense. That means that people can be arrested for sleeping or setting up camp in public places, including streets, sidewalks, under bridges, or in front of business or in public buildings. That doesn't mean you can't go set up in the woods and go to sleep and set up a tent. It just means you can't.
But if you're in a big city, there's not a whole lot of woods in the concrete
city,
jungle.
There are no woods anywhere in any city.
What the fuck did this dude just say?
So you're saying, all right, I kind of agree with that. So you're saying there's nowhere to camp in a pub. There's no public places to camp in like a city.
No, you got parks.
I mean, everywhere in the city's public. Everything is a sidewalk. Everything is a park. So there would be nowhere for these people
nowhere for them to go.
Not really.
To go.
It'd be hard for that.
Which,
and I think they're not taking into consideration a lot of these people that are homeless. You know, they're not just lazy people that don't want to work. A lot of them
Some of
have
them are.
mental issues.
That's a very
None
small
of them
percentage.
have.
That's a very small
a lot of them have, problems with alcohol or drugs.
Drug addiction.
Granted,
Stay
that,
away from the crack. Stay away from the crack.
Look, I get it. There's a lot of them could be self-imposed, but that don't mean you throw them in the garbage. Why don't we focus on getting them help and maybe making them productive members of society instead of throwing them in jail and making it worse on them?
Yeah,
Memphis. What do you think, Memphis?
Yeah, that's I was literally about to go there because that makes like no sense at all. People that have fallen on hard times, for whether their fault or not, it can happen to anybody. If you have been, I've been homeless before, so I know. And it was no.
Where did you sleep?
In my car.
But if you have a car,
I had a car.
It's not the
but
same.
But not
if you have a
everybody
car,
has
you're
it.
good.
I mean, but it could be.
But it very well could be.
It makes those lines a lot
very well
shadier.
could
You know what
be.
I'm saying?
Not only that, not everybody has a car.
I just
So
think
the
there
people-
has to
I
be
just think-
some laws
no,
with
I
people
just-
setting up shop
No,
in public
listen-
places where you
100%.
can't have tents and stuff.
100%.
And you get what California looks like. It's all tore up.
And that's why I'm saying instead of doing this, why don't we supply help? Like, I'm sure in a lot of places where there are homeless people, there are probably abandoned buildings. City, take over the building.
Or how about
redo something with it. Put some money
how
into it
about this?
where you could at least hold a couple
Stop
homeless
wasting money.
homes.
Stop wasting money on shit that ain't got nothing to do with us. For one, stop sending money overseas where it don't need to be. If you can't take care of home, you can't take nobody else. Most of the people that are homeless on the street are veterans.
A lot of them are, yeah.
But this
And that's
country is
sad.
hold on, Raymond. But this country is supposed to be so great. We don't even take care of our veterans who fought for the freedoms that we all quote unquote we say we have.
That we appreciate.
You see what I'm saying? So you telling me I'm supposed to be, let's go send Ukraine some bread. Let's break Taiwan off some. Oh, Israel, they starting shit. Let's hook them up too.
Yeah.
We supposed to be cool with that, right? No, fuck that. No, keep that money right here. And I'm not a Republican.
Yeah, but they're just going to give it. They're just going to give it to migrants if it's here. That's what they're giving it to now.
Oh my God, here we go with
Let's
this
don't
shit.
even go there. Cut that shit out.
Hey,
Oh,
I
yeah.
promise not to
Cut that
fight
out.
with you.
And
That's
I'm
what
not.
it is.
Listen, y'all know I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I see things how it is. Versus,
too. That's how I am.
It ain't this
That's how I
whole
see it.
this and that. Like, let's see for what it is. Let's cut through the BS for once. You see what I'm saying? They ain't even give shit to migrants. That's a whole nother situation when they been coming to hurt. But like I said, that's enough. We talking about what's in front of us right now. Let's take care of the people on the street. Because you take care of the people that's on the street, guess what they do? They get jobs, they pay taxes. That's more money that's going into the economy versus trying to lock them up.
I think they could kind of do both, where they're doing things to help take care of the
they
people,
they
but also
could've-
they could maybe pass this
we're in the
bill
year
because I think this is a
2024.
good. This
If
is a
they
good.
would've
You
done
just
that,
talked a lot. Can I talk for 5 seconds? Like you talking over me?
done
We
that
can't talk on top of each other.
Listen, they would have done that years ago. That's a flash in the pan. No.
Now you stop.
Yeah, because that didn't make sense.
I have a fun video. How about we do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that
down.
makes sense.
This is a homeless guy that's a lot of fun. So you can also enjoy them.
Tyrone Biggums?
Let's go ahead and click play on this, and I think everyone will sing it, son.
I've seen this before.
He's got them. This guy's smooth. I like him.
Not a bad beat either.
I don't like this.
He's got beans and bologna, man.
I don't like this at all.
Why don't you like it?
Because for one,
he sounds good.
Is he making any money off of this? Do anybody know who this man is? Do you understand what his mental space was at that moment?
Yeah,
Who recorded that?
He's definitely fucked
You
up.
see what I'm saying?
I know that.
Is he profiting from this video that y'all just circling around right now? You guys think that's funny?
I think it's hilarious.
You find that's hilarious, right?
Hilarious.
Then what the fuck is
fucking
wrong
hilarious.
with you?
Beans and bologna.
It's okay to laugh at somebody who's literally.
I wasn't laughing at him. I was riding out to the
you
jam.
thought it was a funny. No,
yeah, it's
fuck
funny.
That.
It's funny.
See, that means you a
Beans
fucked
and
up person because you
bologna.
can easily be in that in that situation.
Yep.
And hopefully I'm
Yeah,
singing
but,
songs.
and then it'd be okay if somebody laugh at you.
Yep. Keep coming at me with
No,
shit.
I'm gonna come at you because you can't.
What's wrong with you, man? You got all fired up from last segment. You kept
no.
going. Now you're in this segment, and you're looking for a fight.
No,
well, you found it. Now you're here.
Well,
you
here
found
we
the
are.
fight.
Here we are. You
Now
think
what do you got to say?
You think it's funny to laugh at people that's down on
It's
their luck.
hilarious.
What's so
fucking
funny about
hilarious.
That? What's so funny about it, Tomkat? Please explain to
that
everybody.
dude was funny because he made a little song and he was in there with beans and bologna.
Hold on, we are live on all platforms. Explain to the people why you think it's funny that it's okay to laugh at people that's down on their luck. Explain that.
Because that video was funny because he had beans and he had bologna. He had bologna and beans in it with beans and bologna.
What? Stop dodging the question. Answer the question.
I just told you.
No, you talking
Fuck
about
you, Memphis.
Fuck
for
you.
trying to call me out.
I'm gonna call
suck
you
my
out.
nuts.
You can suck
that,
mine
that was a
too.
funny ass video. What are you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do
Nothing.
about it? You ain't gonna do. You a fucked up individual for laughing at people that's down on their luck. That can
Yep,
easily
I
be
told
your
you,
ass, and we can laugh at your
You
ass.
came,
right?
you came and got the fight you were looking for.
You look like I'm running.
Here it is.
Right here.
Here it is.
We would rather not do it live on air.
No, fuck that. You just can't say no dumb shit like that's fucked up.
I can say whatever I want. And you always trying to threaten violence for something somebody said.
Who said? Did I say I was gonna put my hands on you? Because if I say I was gonna put my hands on you, I would say I'm gonna put these hands on you.
It would be the biggest fucking mistake you ever made.
Yeah, okay. You keep talking, man,
right.
and then I will.
All right.
I want
Next
you to do
topic.
it. I want you to do it.
Next
I
topic.
want you to do it.
Next topic.
I want you to do it.
We'll see.
I want you to do it.
Yeah,
I want
don't
you to
get
do
mad
it.
at me for calling your ass out.
All right, it's time for our not so good news. This week it's brought to you by BetterHelp. If you could use some therapy, you might want to contact betterhelp.com/outcasts. I know therapy helped me when I was going through my divorce. One, because my therapist said I was right, and I appreciated that. So you may appreciate some, good advice from a therapist, and it's convenient, it's online, and you can save 10% on your first month.
Sure.
All you have to do is go to betterhelp.com/outcast, and you save 10% on your first month's therapy. Let's go to our not so good news, man.
All right, time
DJ
for the news.
Tomkat, go ahead.
April 24th, 2024. It is 24/24.
That's fun.
Actress Shirley MacLaine turns 90 years old. Fun fact, her brother is actor Warren Beatty. Or Warren Beatty. Singer Barbra Streisand, 82 years old. Comedian Cedric the Entertainer, 60 years old today. Also, Kelly Clarkson turns 42.
Cute.
This day in history, baby. 2003, officials of North Korea informed U.S. diplomats that it had nuclear weapons and was making bomb-grade plutonium.
Oh, no.
1980, U.S. forces launched missions to rescue American hostages in Iran.
I remember that.
But the attempt failed and 8 U.S. service members were killed.
They were.
1967, Soviet cosmonaut Vladimir Komarov became the first man to die during a space mission when his spacecraft became entangled in his parachute during attempted landing when he was coming back in. That's right. In 1898, Spain declared war on the United States.
What?
Today, we are celebrating International Guide Dog Day, Denim Day, which is actually for sexual assault victims, which is kind of weird.
What?
National Brandon Day. Let's go, Brandon. National Pigs in a Blanket Day. National New Kids on the Block Day.
Hanging tough.
Yeah.
Hanging tough. All right, first up, my first video here is actor Alec Baldwin versus crackhead Barney and friends.
Can you please say Free Palestine one time?
What's
Why
this?
did you kill that lady?
This is Alec Baldwin
You
being
kill that lady,
confronted by a podcaster named Crackhead Barney.
No jail time, Alec. No jail time, Alec. You're putting innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin. Free Palestine, Alec, just one time, and I'll leave you alone.
I might have would have hit her too.
I
Oh
swear.
yeah, he's about to.
Just say Free Palestine one time. One time. One time. One time,
Please.
Alec. You know he's a criminal. You know he's a criminal. Come on, Alec. Just say Free Palestine one time.
I want to hit her, and I'm not even
One
there.
time,
That's
just
what
one
everyone
I,
says
I,
about
I
this.
wouldn't do it
And I'll leave you alone.
because she's a woman.
Free
Oh, but that's Alec
He's
Baldwin.
holding it together.
It's
though.
real.
Watch this move right here.
Zionism.
This is the move.
Please say it.
He's had enough.
One time.
Oh!
Ouch.
Yeah, that was a good left.
He says to the lady, like, "Hey, can you do something for me?" And then he like grabs the
That's
phone.
what I-
Digital
get.
chopped their phone.
That's what ads get.
All right, next up, cops are arresting pro-Hamas supporters at NYU, also Columbia University. Over the past week, like all the colleges and campuses in the country have been on fire with protests and anti-Israel protests going on. They're calling for the divestment of college and university funds from Israeli military operations.
No, they pro-Hamas or pro-Palestine?
They are
That's different.
pro-Hamas.
That's different.
They're saying, chanting, "We are Hamas." They ripped
think
up their
it's
10
different,
cities
right?
there.
It's
Somebody
different.
threw a chair at a cop or
What is
whatever. there.
News Nation? What is that?
Yeah.
It's a new network that's got Cuomo from CNN that's
Oh, so it's
doing the
another one
nightly
of those
news.
right-wing places.
No, Cuomo would be from CNN. So
Yep, that's some pretty
He-
crazy. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Cuomo. I would say he's more kind of in the middle of that Cuomo, but he used to be on CNN, if you remember.
Jewish
Yeah.
students have been told to go home and finish the semester at home, which is only about 2 weeks left, apparently, and online and remotely they'll be finishing their school. This week we had an AI dogfight between a human pilot and an actual AI jet. The X-62A Vista, an aircraft, was an F-16 fighter jet modified to test and train AI software, engaged in a dogfight against a human pilot and another F-16 at Edwards Air Force Base with speeds topping up to 1,200 miles per hour.
Damn.
Wait, say that again?
One of the jets is completely AI, and there's pilots in it just to make sure everything's cool, but the AI program is dogfighting with the human. And they didn't say who won for reasons of national security.
When you say dog fighting, what does that mean?
Dogfight is when two aircraft are trying to knock each other out of the sky using their weapons.
Like they do with Top Gun.
Yeah, that's dogfighting.
Yep. And
I don't like that, man.
Oh, it's crazy.
Well, I'm sure they don't use live rounds.
They were actually updating the program and the software while the jet was in the air, which is something that is nuts.
Do
They're sitting here changing the software.
Do they not know what they're doing?
Yep, I think they do.
Well, we already fly drones that are pretty
Like
much the
that's-
same way. Now it's just
all
a
right,
fighter
man.
pilot.
All
Yeah,
right.
but if that
right.
if that thing gets a hold of a real plane, then it's kicking everybody's ass.
Speaking of AI, Drake this week uses AI to diss Kendrick Lamar with the help
I heard
of
about
Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Here's a little bit of the song, possibly. Drake continued his feud with Kendrick Lamar with his diss track, Tailor Made Freestyle, which starts off with AI, Tupac Shakur addressing the rap beef.
Kendrick, we need ya, the West Coast savior. Ain't great in your name and some hip hop history.
So that right there is
Does that
fake,
sound like Tupac?
Fake Tupac. He's flowing like Drake though. That's the thing. It doesn't sound like Tupac flow.
That is not a Tupac flow.
No, the sound is though. All right, my last story is this week. The number one movie in America is a movie called Civil War, which is about civil war in America. Civil War is a 2024 dystopian film written and directed by Alex Garland. It follows a team of journalists traveling across the United States during a civil war which has engulfed the nation. The cast includes Miss Kirsten Dunst, Spider-Man's lady. Can't she just call Spider-Man, I'm wondering?
She gave that upside down kiss to Spider-Man. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a good
I've gotten one of those before.
So they really.
Oh, wait a minute. That's something
I
different.
thought this was like a joke. So I didn't think this was gonna be like an actual real movie. They really made a movie called Civil War.
Yeah, it's not political either. Actually, California and Texas are on the same side in this movie, but they do get all the way to the Capitol and murk the president in this movie.
That's interesting.
It's crazy.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, it's nuts.
Oh no.
So that's the end of your not so good news?
Yeah, I thought the thing was gonna have volume, but that's okay. That's the news. Yeah, it's actually it's number 2 on Rotten Tomatoes, second
Interesting.
only to Annabelle, which is a horror movie.
And
Those
how
are
about
good too.
the new Exorcist or the Omen movie? How's that doing?
Isn't that the Annabelle one? That's not
No.
it.
No, that's not. No,
I can
that's
look
the
it
Omen.
up.
I don't even know if it came out yet.
Yeah, it's out. It came out
Is
a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I
It was
missed
doing
that.
pretty
Well,
good. From
I'm
I can't wait to go see it.
Are you ready to rock? They got quit fucking around with all this AI stuff, man.
Are you ready? We didn't give out who was going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We're almost out of time, but these are the names that will be going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Mary J. Blige.
All right, Mary J. got in.
She will be going in, and also Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, how's Ozzy not in?
Already,
And
right?
then we have Tribe Called Quest is getting in.
Yes, sir.
Dope.
All right, Tribe.
R.I.P. to Phife Dawg.
Yep.
Dave Matthews Band.
Nice.
Never was my thing, but I know a lot of people
They
that
got
really
some
like
good
it.
music,
They all right,
man.
they all
I
right.
like them.
The band Foreigner, Hot Blooded.
Yeah.
Check it and see, they had a lot of great hits.
Not
did.
familiar.
Hot-blooded.
Peter Frampton is going in.
That's a big name.
And as we said earlier in the show, Cher is going in.
Cher.
Oh.
That's a solid lineup, man. That's a pretty solid lineup.
And then Jimmy Buffett, Dionne Warwick will be recipients of a Musical Excellence Award.
She should, dude.
Alright.
She's been doing it forever.
R.I.P. to Jimmy Buffett.
Buffett.
We hope you've enjoyed today's program. It is the Outcast podcast, so it does, gets a little out of line at times, but that's why you love it. We appreciate everyone that's listened. We appreciate our sponsors, Liquid IV. We stay hydrated thanks to our friends at Liquid IV.
Yes.
They got all the flavors. They got the vitamins. They got the minerals.
Delish.
We hope to see you back here next week. Thanks for listening. You guys got anything to say as we say so long today? Shout out to Jordan and Jacob back in the truck for the videos and to the audience.
Yeah, yeah.
Messed up doing that upskirt, Jordan.
That's fucked up, man. He's a dick.
Ski.
Deuces, y'all. Some pizza. I gotta pee.